Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. I hope your day is going great. Mine's been good so far. Overwatch League is starting today. That's super exciting. But I do want to say real quick, I'm very sorry I haven't uploaded in like 5 days on this channel. At first, I didn't because I was focusing on my Fortnite channel because I saw like a big growth spurt and I wanted to take that opportunity. I was literally getting like 10,000 subscribers a day and views, so I wanted to just focus on that for a few days. But then I came down with like the worst sickness of my life, guys. Huge flu, but I don't want to talk about that. We need to get these power rankings done, so we're going to do that first. Then I'm going to jump into my predictions for today, starting the Overwatch League. Hopefully this video will be done and uploaded before it starts. I do think it will be, but let's go ahead and jump into it. So last, I left you guys off with rank 7, the San Francisco Shock, and we'll just go ahead and go through every single team that I've ranked so far. So number 20, we have the Chengdu Hunters. Number 19 is the Washington Justice. Number 18, we have the Boston Uprising. Number 17, we have the Florida Mayhem. Number 16 is the Houston Outlaws. Number 15 is the Paris Eternal. Number 14 is the Atlanta Reign. Number 13 is the Dallas Fuel. Number 12, we have the Guangzhou Charge. Number 11 is the Los Angeles Valiant. Number 10 is the Shanghai Dragons. Number 9 is the Hangzhou Spark. Number 8 is the Vancouver Titans. And then number 7 is the San Francisco Shock. And now we're going to be moving into number 6, which I will kind of briefly go over, not as I did in my previous videos, unfortunately, because I couldn't do it. I'm sorry, guys. I know I failed you, but we're going to get it done before the league starts. Number 6, we do have the Toronto Defiant, and a lot of you guys are surprised at how high I have these guys, and honestly, I've considered putting them even higher. I really do like Bishop as a head coach for them. I think he's going to bring a lot to this team. The fact that he did build the London Spitfire, you know, the best team in Season 1 of Overwatch League, they won the championship, and in Stage 1 when he was their head coach, they did win it all. Also, a lot of people think London Spitfire kicked Bishop because the players didn't like him. That's not true. He actually had a family emergency he had to attend, so he basically just left the Overwatch League to work on that, and then he flew back, and now he's here with the Toronto Defiant. And I like the players. I like Nako. He's a really good Zenyatta. I like Envy. I thought he was the best off-tank during Stage 1 and 2 when he was in the league, and he looked great for Metabellum. The new guys coming in from O2 Ardian, I feel like they were the best players on that roster. Yakpung, I think he's going to be a strong main tank. So overall, I just like this team. I don't know why I have a gut feeling about them, kind of like I did with the Boston Uprising last season, and that's going to be my number 6. Moving on down to number 5, we do have the Philadelphia Fusion. Now this one is interesting. The main reason I want to put Philadelphia Fusion at number 5 and not higher is because I feel like they're going to have another like inconsistent season, a lot of ups, a lot of downs, and once they get to the playoffs, I do think they'll probably kick it into high gear like they did last season, but I just don't know if they're going to be able to have the same run. Yes, their team is talented, but they didn't really make that many changes. I still feel like they're lacking in the flex support area with Boombox. Yes, he's good, but I don't think he's up there with like the Jonax, the Uncos. I've said this before. So that's a reason where I see them sitting back a little bit. Sato and Fraggy, I think they're both pretty decent main tanks, but I don't think either of them are like tier 1 main tanks, maybe close to it. So that's another issue with them. Obviously, Carpe and EQO, incredible DPS players, one of the strongest DPS duos in the league. So that's a big reason why they're so high up here. And I could see them going deep in the playoffs again. It's just I see them having an inconsistent regular season. But let's move on now and go to number 4, which we do have the Los Angeles Gladiators. And I believe the Los Angeles Gladiators are looking really good going into the season, and I think they will have one of the stronger regular seasons just because they're going to carry off the momentum that they had last season. I know they went through the drama with Fisher, but with their additions of Decay and specifically Roar, who's going to be taking over main tank from Fisher, I don't think they're missing that too much of a beat. Yeah, Fisher was great for them, and I do think he turned that team around when it came to like mindset, because when he joined them in Stage 2, it was very clear that he was telling everybody, you know, we need to work hard, we need to grind. But it was unfortunate what happened to him at the end of the season. But they have a good replacement for him. Other than that, I think they have a strong coaching staff. Deepay, he's a great guy. Bishu, a really good off-tank Surefour. He proved that he could flex to pretty much anything and play it at a high level in Season 1. So overall, I like these guys. I want to put them higher, but I don't know. I just don't see them doing better than Seoul Dynasty, which is going to be my number 3 ranked team. And Seoul Dynasty, they are picking up Fisher from the LA Gladiators. And although Fisher might be a jerk, he might come off as a dick sometimes, I do think he really is that good. I think he's one of the best main tanks in the world, probably second, maybe first over Gesture, not really sure, but he is up there and he knows how to win. He has proved it throughout his entire career, and he really did turn LA Gladiators from a tier 3 team to a tier 1 team, just like that when he instantly joined. So I think him joining Seoul Dynasty, he'll be more comfortable. I think the acquisition of Jexy is massive. They had shot calling issues during Season 1. They fixed that. They picked up Changun from the London Spitfire, who in Season 1 played or who coached the London Spitfire very well, helped them win a championship. So overall, they fixed all their issues. If you look back at Season 1 for Seoul Dynasty, coaching, main tank, and shot calling were their issues. They solved every single one of them with great additions. A world champion coach, one of the best world-class main tanks, and who was arguably the best shot caller and main support on the market during the offseason. We have Jexy. So I'm really high on Seoul Dynasty. I know they didn't really perform for us last season, but I see them doing it for us this season. Now moving on to number 2, we do have the New York Excelsior. I'm sure you guys saw this coming. We all knew I was going to put London Spitfire at number 1, but let me explain why I think New York Excelsior is at number 2. Overall, I think London Spitfire will go farther. I think they have a best chance at winning the championship again. New York Excelsior, obviously they were the greatest regular season team last year, and they're probably going to come in and steamroll a lot of teams this year. I don't think they will do it as much as they did last season. I think a lot of teams have kind of caught up to that level. All these teams have had experience, and I feel like more teams will be able to get games here and there. I don't think New York really needed to make additions, but it seems like they made their DPS role even more complicated than it was last season, and it was already pretty complicated. So now they added Flower and Nene to their roster, and it's going to be really interesting. Now, New York Excelsior, they probably have a good chance of winning the championship if they don't choke this season. I'm really high on them. It's just that London Spitfire is my team. I've always thought they were the best. I think their players are incredible. You guys know this. My bias does come out a little bit when I talk about the London Spitfire, but that's because I just believe in them, and I think they're that great. I predicted it during Season 1, and I'm going to predict it again. I think they will win the championship. They might have an inconsistent season again, but I think it's a lot less likely because there's a lot less like diversity in the roster. They just have that solid core now that they need to run, and I think that solid core will go in and perform when needed every single time. So that's my power rankings, guys. I'm really sorry I couldn't get it out again, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm getting it out for you now. And let's move on now, and let's talk about my actual predictions for Week 1 starting off today. So, first match today, we have the London Spitfire and the Philadelphia Fusion. This is going to be a fun one. I'm really excited to see this matchup. It's a rematch of the finals. I want to see what Philly comes out with, see if they can surprise the London Spitfire. London Spitfire, obviously, they haven't made too many changes. Neither have Philly. I think it'll be a close match, but I'm going to go with London, obviously. I think they'll win the opener. It's a rematch, but it's going to be a close game. I'm going to say 3-2 London Spitfire, Game 5 in the opener. That's going to be sick. Moving on to the second game, we do have New York Excelsior taking on Boston Uprising. New York Excelsior, I do think they will win this game. I don't think it will be as dominant as some think. I do think it could be close, 3-1, potentially 3-2, but I'm going to go 3-1 for New York Excelsior. Boston's in a weird spot. They did just trade Gamsu to Shanghai Dragons, which unfortunately I couldn't cover. And you guys damn well know if I wasn't sick, I would have covered that XQC signing and that Gamsu trade. 100% would have, but maybe we'll talk about it some other time. But they're going to be playing with Axiom and possibly Fusions. I would guess it's going to be Axiom. So I'm going to say New York Excelsior 3-1. Moving on to the next game, we have Seoul Dynasty and Gladiators. This is a huge game. I'm going to be drooling watching this game tonight, guys. I can't wait to see who comes out on top. If I had to pick one, I don't know who to pick. I really don't. It's a coin toss. I really do think Seoul Dynasty is going to come into the season very prepared, and I think Fisher wants to win this game so bad. And if it shows that Fisher wanted to win games last season when he got traded from London, he beat London every single time besides, he beat London every single time. He didn't play in the playoffs. So I'm going to say Fisher beats his old team again. Seoul Dynasty winning 3-2, 3-1 against the Gladiators. And then the last match is going to be the Shanghai Dragons taking on the Hangzhou Spark. This is an interesting one. I do think Gamsu joining the Shanghai Dragons is a huge addition. If you guys did watch my previous Power Rankings videos, I put Shanghai at number 10. And the reason I put them at number 10 is because I wasn't impressed with their main tank play. I didn't know Fearless was the guy for them. Now they have Gamsu. Gamsu's a really good Winston player. And this is tough here. Hangzhou Spark, I think they're a strong team coming into the Overwatch League. I really think like this match right here will dictate which team is better than the other in like terms of regular season standings. So I'm going to have to go, I like Gamsu, man. I like the addition of Gamsu. I'm going to go with the Shanghai Dragons here. Close match, though. 3-2. Wouldn't be surprised if Hangzhou Spark wins, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm sorry if it's like a little all over the place. I still have a fever. But, I had to make this video for my boys. I had to do this before I made a Fortnite video. If you guys do check my Fortnite channel out, you will see that it's been blown up like crazy. But I still haven't made a video on it in like 4 days either. And that's because I've been sick, and I chose to do this channel more because I know you guys needed this before the league starts. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you enjoy the league. I'll see you guys later. Peace.